A Star Trek novel that I've been asking for since the first season. At last, we get to see the story of how Seven of Nine came to be with the Fenris Rangers. From the moment she materialized on La Sirena in absolute candor, I was riveted. I'd always liked Seven of Nine, but to me, she didn't really ever stand out until Picard. Not only was I thrilled at the chance for Picard and Seven to meet, but it further enhanced both the character and the interconnectivity of the universe as a whole. But one thing definitely had me wondering. How did she get from Voyager's crew to a vigilante in the fringes of known space, for lack of a better term at the time, seeking justice and a place to belong in the territory Starfleet forgot? And at last, I have my answer. Set in the space between Endgame and Absolute Candor, we see Seven of Nine searching for a place to belong now that Voyager and her crew have gone their separate ways. Left without a purpose, she leaves Earth in search of somewhere to be. One thing I really liked about Picard was how it spent a lot of time showing the spaces between the Federation and the other powers. We often forget that not everyone lives in paradise, as Captain Sisko once put it, and to those caught in the middle, often those can be the most entertaining stories. Primarily featuring Seven of Nine, we are reunited with her after the fanfare has died down and Voyager has returned safely home. But now that they've accomplished that goal, the crew has moved on. Not so for Seven, who finds herself rejected from Starfleet for her Borg implants and adrift with no idea where she belongs. Although I didn't like the initial brief of Seven being a Borg babe, I did like the character overall. But I never really felt that she came into her own until Picard, when we at last saw her away from her Voyager crewmates and having to find a new way away from the home she had known for so long. I was greatly impressed by Jeri's performance and really wanted to see what kind of person she was since we had last seen her. Always a fan of David Mack. I couldn't wait to see what he did with the character. Seven of Nine has been rejected from Starfleet because of her history as a former Borg drone. Left with no reason to stay, she wanders out into the galaxy, seeking somewhere to belong. Soon, she is approached with an offer. Infiltrate the Fenris Rangers, and the Starfleet career she's always thought she wanted will be hers. But all, of course, is not what it seems. As always, David Mack hits it out of the park. He's my favorite Star Trek author, and he always has been ever since I'd read the first of his books, so I knew I would enjoy this. My partner can tell you I'd been saying we needed this story told from the moment I saw Seven of Nine materialize on board La Sirena in Star Trek Picard. I wanted to know more about the Fenris Rangers, and this book delivered in spades. It's a story about finding yourself, about carving your own path in a complicated universe. When the things you think will catch you don't, where do you go? Seven finds friends, a place to belong, and much more in an amazing adventure sure to enthrall any fan of good fiction. I loved his use of the Antikins, an oft-overlooked race in Star Trek, and a really in-depth view of the Fenris Rangers. It was fantastic to see how life is outside of the reach of Starfleet and the Federation, when all the problems haven't been solved out there yet. There were some nice tie-ins to Star Trek Prodigy, and the story also did a fantastic job of exploring Seven of Nine as a queer woman. The story was fantastic, with a well-woven plot and some really good characters, with each one having a distinct voice and serving a purpose. It has good humor, and really fits in well with the other novels in the series. I also appreciate it for pointing out that there is more than one way to help people out there. For all that I like Starfleet and Star Trek, it's nice to see some of the rest of the galaxy. I also must call to your attention that at the end, David Mack dedicates the book to the LGBTQIA+ community, and in a time when things are so uncertain as when this review was written, it was something I needed very much, and I appreciate him for writing it, both the book and the message it is intended to convey. If you like werewolves, check out my book Blue Moon, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Catch you later.